Okay, hi guys, here we go then. This is the editing for the landscape shot that I posted the other day. I finally got the mic working with the screen, so let's give it a go. Bear with me though, because this is the first time I've ever done this. Right, so down here we've got the three images I shot as a multi-exposure bracketed shot, the standard shot, the overexposed and the underexposed, because I'm going to blend those. Let's just tweak that first shot just a little bit, nothing too extreme. Press the shift to find the black spot. Try and get my Wacom tablet working. There we go. And it just starts to show just here. So I'm going to ease off there. The highlights just come in there, so I'll pull that back as well. I'll give it a bit of clarity at this stage. Drop it down. Bit of sharpening up to 70, and then we'll just bring that up to 30-ish. Noise reduction rather, bring it about 30. Okay, so then we'll go chromatic aberration, and that'll do for that for the time being. Okay, but copy those settings across to the other two frames, sync those. Okay, that's done. So what we'll do at this stage, we'll take the three frames. You could do this in Lightroom. I tend to use Photomatix Pro, so I'm going to stick with what I usually use. I didn't use a tripod on this, so I'm going to align images, and being as we've got a bit of trees, bushes, etc., I might have a bit of ghosting, so I'll leave the show dialog options to remove ghost. Okay, so export that, take it into Photomatix Pro. Okay, that's initially going to open up where it's aligning the images if they're slightly out, being as I didn't use a tripod. I'm going to use a slightly faster shutter speed for the key shot. Hit the deghosting to about midpoint, and that should take care of any movement, and OK that. From there it will merge the three files together, giving me a greater dynamic range. I don't want this image to be too HDR. It's not something I like, but I do need a little bit more dynamic range on it. So that's the kind of image. No, not for me. I'll go for a natural look. Strength, not too extreme, that'll do nicely. I am going to change this sky, so I'm not too concerned about what the sky looks like, to be honest. So let's finish on that. Let's put the three images together, save the file, and we'll save it into somewhere that I can find. And then what we'll do, we'll reopen that image in a moment in Photoshop. Okay, so we've opened it in Photoshop. First thoughts, we've got a dust spots on the sensor there, so I'll take that out. These pieces here I find distracting. I could take them out like that, but I don't want this duplication there, so we'll just take that. Get rid of those bits, and the same on this side. Bit at a time, save it having to do too much work. Probably move that a little bit too far. Get rid of the duplication. That'll do, nobody will notice that. Okay, so from there, what I'm going to do is go to Filter, This is a new piece of software, the Luminar 4. Amazing piece of software. Best piece I've seen for doing this particular job. So we'll open that up and we'll go straight to this second option here. This isn't a demonstration for Luminar 4, but I'm just using it to show you how I've used it to do the sky replacement. But it is an amazing piece of software. Do check it out. Sky selection, dramatic sunset. There we go. Now the thing is, if you look closely, there is a bit of artifact problem going on here, but what you can do is position the horizon line for the sky like, you can take it right like that, bring it back down, and then use the horizon. See if we can bring that down a bit lower. The horizon blending, and that's now gone. There's no artifacts around the treetops. Actually, there might be a little bit there. It's just shuffle that a touch. No, that's okay. That's fine. And there we go. Now what you can do from there is go to Detail Enhancer and do the medium, large to taste. The way the best was to push it right to the max and then bring it back down. We don't want it too extreme. Okay, so we'll apply that and take it back into Photoshop. And I'll come back in as a flattened layer, and then we can tweak it to our own personal taste. I'm going to take it just a touch darker there, bring the midpoints up a little bit. That's looking good. What we could also do is create a new layer and go for the graduated tone there and do what I call close the bottom off a little bit so it works its way in, and to a degree the top as well. Actually, what I might do is make the whole thing just a little bit darker. This backs up. This really is personal taste. And there we go. There's the final result. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe.